I have a co-located rack at a data center, and my biggest issue with that rack is that I only have a single router. Recently, I had to do some maintenance on the router, and that was scary to say the least. I spun up a virtual machine basically to move opnsense to the virtual machine, but that was a mess, and I just didn't like that at all. So today we're going to be installing a second router, another server. That way we have fully redundant opnsense servers. Is this going to take all day? Most likely. Do I want it to take all day? Absolutely not. So this is the server right here we're going to be pulling out. This used to be a virtualization server, but I no longer needed it because I can move VMs to the other servers. So this is going to be the new router at the data center. This will be the backup router, and the primary will stay as the primary. So this is one of the reasons the rails are very nice, because the rails can allow you to pull your server out. I could actually even open the server up right now and work on it and not have to worry about the server going anywhere. Just because of these rails, you can literally just move it out. But it is a little more complicated to get them in and out of the rails, but it's not too bad. You basically release these little valves, little things, pull it out, and then go up and lift your server out. And then to remove the rails from the rack is also pretty simple. I usually just compress them back in, and then I typically pull on the blue lever like this, and that releases the front. And then you can do the same for the back rails as well. I have the server right here, and I have a stack of gold in my hands. These are a bunch of crucial SSDs that are no longer made, but these things are very nice SSDs. Anyways, I have the server ready to go. We have a single boot drive SSD in there. It's about 250 gigs. It'd be fine for a router. So I'm gonna go get this at the data center, get it installed. So I can't show like anything, but I'm at the data center and I'm carrying my server in now. And this is where everything started to go wrong. I got opnsense installed just fine. I got everything set up, everything plugged in, no problems, except for 1, 2, maybe a million big problems. Well, what went wrong? Well, there is a sync interface, a network card between both of the routers, and for some reason that got added to a bridge. So for some reason, if I plugged in that interface, the network would go crazy because there's essentially a broadcast storm that was going through the interfaces, because the interface was like 1 gig, the other ones were 10 gig. So all the traffic was just going in a circle between the two routers. It was a disaster. It took me probably an hour to figure that out. That's kind of embarrassing, but I figured it out, and I was really mad about that one. The next piece of the puzzle is how redundant routers typically work. As you may know, they have a floating or virtual IP address between both of them. That means the one has the primary IP, and if the primary router goes offline for whatever reason, it'll fail over to the second one, because the virtual IP address will take over on the second one, just because of how the CARP floating IPs work. But for some reason, on any of my Proxmox virtual machines, I am unable to ping the CARP IP addresses of any of my VLANs from the VMs. From my Mac, I can ping it fine, but from Proxmox, I cannot ping it at all. And I have spent way too much time trying to figure this out. I am not sure why it's doing this. My Proxmox VMs can't ping it, but the hosts of Proxmox can. The Proxmox servers literally can ping the IPs. I can ping the IP of the router directly, like the .2 or .3 of the primary or secondary. I just cannot ping the CARP IP, and I cannot figure out why. I've been doing all kinds of stuff with like ARP and MAC address tables and all kinds of stuff. It's beyond me. So I don't even know the solution to this one. That is one of those things that has set me back on this project pretty significantly. All right, so I'm walking out of the data center now, and everything is better than it was, but still not done. So I have the firewall set up. The second one is set up, but I have not been able to get the high availability set up yet. I didn't have time. The syncing is enabled, but the CARP or floating IP addresses is not. So like you just heard, I have been able to set up the syncing between them. That's no problem at all. The basically configs from the primary sync to the secondary automatically over the interface. That stuff's fine. But the biggest problem that I'm facing right now is this weird problem I'm seeing. I have a MikroTik core switch. MikroTik makes it seem like it's fine. This problem, though, is within how these virtual machines are handling these floating IPs, which is really odd, because I have so many floating IPs between virtual machines. So I don't know why this is even a problem. And for those of you wondering, yes, I am using a different number or whatever they call it on the virtual machine IPs versus the opnsense ones. There's zero overlap there, zero IP overlaps, nothing like that. There's no device static IPs that are running over these router IPs. It is unfortunately dinner time, so I will have to go home for the night, but I will be back tomorrow and we'll get this project done. So after 3 days of work, I came to the conclusion that I should not be doing this right now. I need to have some kind of better plan, some solution to my Proxmox things. There's all kinds of problems I was having with DHCP not working, the server was crashing, the DHCP server was. Sometimes when failing over the second router would completely reboot. Like, I don't even understand why this stuff is happening. I've never seen this before. I used to have redundant opnsense virtual machines at a previous data center I was in, and the virtual machines worked really well there for what it was worth. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have fully redundant and automatic failover servers at this point for my routers, just because it's something I can't trust. I have had zero problems with my single router in the past, so there's no need to cause more problems than what it's worth. So it's kind of unfortunate. I really wish I could have two, but what I do have is automatic syncing between the primary and then the secondary. So I do have warm failover. I guess that'd probably be cold failover in the sense that I can literally unplug the top one and plug in the WAN cable on the second one and we'll be good. So the config will be synced. That way if something ever does go wrong, I just have to go over to the data center, fail it over myself, and we should be okay. Highly unfortunate, really annoying. I need some Unify firewalls.